Ellipsis Podcast Fam. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Deja Terry, and I want you guys to come on in. If you are new, we always like to say welcome home. I want you guys to kick off your shoes, grab your notepads, get some snacks, because we are about to dive in. I hope you guys had an amazing week. This week, oh my goodness, it has been such an up and down. And I want to let you guys know, because we are in this new year, and I just want to let you know that there are so many awesome things coming for you guys. We're getting into visuals. We're getting into guest and co-host. Look, it's coming. It's coming. Okay. If doing it afraid was a tattoo, I get it. I'm not though, because I'm not that crazy. Maybe a little bit, but not that crazy. But yes, I have some things coming for you guys this year. So y'all get excited, get ready. But in the meantime, we are diving in today. We are talking about new yolk and fresh air, burying the old and welcoming the new. And this is huge. This is so huge, because we are going to be talking about that place of comfort that God told you to leave. And that is the hardest part about running into a new season, carrying yourself with a new stature, with a new mindset, with new goals, with fresh ideas and new creativity. This is the thing that holds us back from flying like we need to, that puts weights on our wings so that we aren't flying as high as we need to fly. And a lot of times it keeps us and distracts us from God's voice, because we're so focused on that comfort place, because we're too afraid to step into the new thing that God is telling us to step into, because we're so afraid that once we leave the comfortable, that we'll never get to a place to where that place can be comfortable, but developing us and growing us in ways that we've never grown before. We always think, oh, I'm never going to get that again. I'm never going to get that place again. But you're going to receive that place, but it's going to be in a new form, in a healthy way, whatever that may be. And this is considering and tapping into everybody. That's from family. That's from relationships. That's from jobs. That's from God telling you to leave parts of yourself. This is every place of comfort that God has told you to leave, no matter from where it's from. And in this season, when it becomes comfortable, or when God tells you to leave something that is comfortable, or when you feel that there's a place in your life that is becoming too comfortable, you need to pivot. And a lot of times we get afraid, because we're stepping into that uncharted land and uncharted waters and territory that we know nothing about. And it can feel like we are Peter, stepping onto water in pitch darkness with waves that are 30, 40 feet high, to meet Jesus in the middle, not knowing what lies underneath that water, but knowing that if we keep our eyes on Jesus, we won't sink. And it's just it's the mere fact that new place, that new thing, that new idea, that blessing that God is pushing you towards, it's scary, because it's the water that is unknown, and it's the water that we can't see under. And so a lot of times what will happen is we'll start to move, and we'll start to do things that God told us to do afraid in this new place. And a lot of times what will happen is we'll be enjoying the new place. We'll be doing the things that God told us to do, and we'll be flying and blessing and creating all of the things that God has shifted us to create. But in that place, we'll try to find the holes without realizing we are trying to find the holes where the pieces of our comfort place no longer are. Because every place we go, we're looking for that piece of comfort. We're looking for that piece of comfort. And a lot of times, and with that, when we go to new places and we start looking for that little piece of comfort, it feels like we start getting into a limbo. And that blessing that God had for us, and those new things that God has for us, a lot of times will become that comfort place once again. Because you start moving into that new place and you find that piece of comfort, whatever it is. But that same piece of comfort that you're sniffing for and trying to find is the same piece of comfort that God said, let go. So then you start to feel like you're going into this limbo. Remember when we started talking about the the Ferris wheel or the carousel of life, because you're going round and round in circles, repeating the same things over and over again. God says he's about to do a new thing. God says to leave that piece of comfort that that God told you to drop, and to leave at the place that he told you to move away from. He's saying he's bringing new things. He's saying the cycle is broken. He's saying that piece of comfort is being removed from you, because he is opening your eyes and revealing that peace. Because there are times when we don't really know what that piece of comfort is, but our subconscious and the habits that we've created start to find it. And now he's going to reveal to you that habit so that you can stop it. But a lot of times, when we get to that new place that God is taking us to, we try to find those holes where, that comfort is not. And then what starts to happen is we don't notice. We start thinking about that desert of comfort that we left. And we start turning things that were never there into a mirage as if it was good. So all the bad things, all the bad memories from that place, or the toxic things in your life that happened in that comfort place, that became a toxic comfort place, you start to turn those ideas into memories that never happened. Oh, maybe. So that way, you convince yourself that comfort place wasn't so bad. And then in turn, you're setting yourself up to go back to that comfort place that God told you to leave. Because you miss the comfort so much. And God is saying, get excited about the new thing. Get excited about the new season, the new blessings, the new increase of acceleration, the movement of God pulling us into all these amazing things that are coming into our lives. This month of October is a shift. Things are shifting in ways that I have never seen before. And if you feel it, and if you are on that level, you wake up every morning, you go outside and you just feel it. You feel it in the air. You feel it in your spirit. And I just feel just an overlaying of joy, to where I just find myself sitting in a place where I'm just thanking God. I'm overwhelmed with thanks. And God says, start preparing. Start thanking him. Start thanking him for the things that are coming that you can't even see. Because in this season, what God's about to do is do something that none of us have ever seen before. Everything is supernatural now. It's always been supernatural, but everything is supernatural now. So the places that God's about to take us to is places that we can never have gotten to on our own, of course, but never have gotten to without his help. There is nothing that we have done that will make this happen. Everything that's happening is straight from God. There is nothing that you could have done. There is no job. There's no conversation. There's no person that you've met. Nothing that you did is about to set you up with what God's about to do. God is just doing this to show him that he's going to show everybody, and to show you that he is God. And it is in it, and a lot of us are in this place right now where God has told us what he's about to do. God has pushed us into the new place. So, Lord is talking today. So now I want you to close your eyes. I want you to visualize something. Right now we are sitting in an empty apartment. We are sitting in an empty apartment. It's brand new. Bills paid. All we got to do is decorate it. You are at that new place. You are at that blessing right now. And it may seem like it is empty. It may seem like nothing is moving. It may seem like nothing is happening. But you are sitting in the place where God is about to rain oil over you and wash away every past thing that has ever happened, everything that has weighed you down for years, things that you have not been able to let go of or move past for years. I mean 5, 6, 7, 8 years. God's about to wash it all away. You're about to become completely brand new. In this new place that God is taking you, he is about to abundantly bless it to where everything around you just comes. All you have to do is sit and receive. Because everything that you have done, over the past couple of years, and your obedience has gotten you to this place to where now all you are doing is receiving. And in the midst of receiving, God will give you new revelation of things that he wants you to do. And so for the ones who feel they are still in waiting, for the ones who feel like they have not transitioned, for the ones who feel that they are sitting in their new place, but they're giving up and they're looking for those holes, for that piece of that comfort place, I am telling you, it is around the corner like the pitter-patter of feet. It's so close. And the enemy is trying to get you to a point where you start looking behind you. And remember, I've said it multiple times in my podcast, when you are running 1,000 miles per minute, the last thing that you want to do is look back, because you will fall. In this season, you can no longer look back any longer. You can no longer look back any longer. You are about to hit your destination, and you're at the last leg of the race. You're seeing the people cheer for you, and you're getting tired. You're sweating. You're out of breath. You're out of water. And you're getting to that place to where you just want to give up. You want to stop. You want to stop and breathe for a second. You want to stop and sit down. And God is saying, if you just push through this last leg, this is the last leg where the enemy is trying every stop that he can to break you, because you're so close. And once you get to that place, he can't touch you. Push past that leg, this last leg of this race, because you are already in your new thing. You just have to touch the finish line. That's all you have to do is touch it. You don't have to be first. You don't have to be second. All you have to do is touch it. You can walk. You can walk. Okay? Just get there. It is around the corner like a pitter-patter of feet. And if you do that, I promise you, peace will reign over you, and you will have peace. It is a lot, because of what happens is God is becoming, for the ones that he trusts, he is starting to reveal some of his plan to you. And it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, God, you're telling me all these things. Nothing is happening. I know how you said it was going to happen. I know you said when it was going to happen, but nothing's happening. You have to remember, God is a loving God, and he is our Father, and he knows us better than anybody. And he has to ensure that the room is prepared for his princess and his prince. He's not just going to put you in a room where everybody is allowed. He has to ensure there are strategic people placed in position to be able to greet you. So, don't get discouraged by the waiting. Understand that he is preparing the table for you. There are people that are not in position yet, that God is trying to place in position to be seated at your table. The enemy will also have a seat at your table to be able to watch you eat and be able to receive all the blessings that God wants to give you, that the enemy cannot touch. All he can do is watch. The people at your table are strategic. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. In this season, the blessings, they are coming to you. You do not have to do anything. You don't have to move. You don't have to wonder whether I'm supposed to be looking to the left or to the right. Stay in position exactly where you are, because you have already reached the place of the abundance of oil. That is your new season. That is your acceleration. That is your abundance. That is your blessing. That is your rain. You have reached it. So be still. Prepare. Be in prayer. But be in prayer so that God will reveal new things to you that he is wanting to lean into and expand and expound on, whether that be a piece of your purpose, whether that be a new venture, whether that be a new project. Start preparing while you wait for your blessings to knock on your door. Because you won't have to go and pick up these packages that come straight to your door. All you have to do is open it. And at my church, it is the season of the open door. And literally all you'll have to do is open the door. And there will be a new blessing each time you open it. So I hope you guys received that today. I love you so much. I thank you so much for tuning in every week. I hope you enjoy listening to the Ellipsis Podcast with Deja Terry. And I hope you guys have an amazing week. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.